Good afternoon. I wanted to give an overview of what we're going to be doing from now until the end of the semester. And what I wanted to tell you, though, is if you complete your assignments early, in essence, you will be done with this class. For this coming Friday, which is April 5th, there's a resume that you have to do through www.collegecentral.com/WCCC, and it's explained in there. But in essence, you just have to post your resume to College Central, and then you'll get it approved by Career Services. And then once it's approved, then it'll be eligible to be posted. And then you can forward your resume to me, and then I'll get the link and same with your portfolio. With your portfolio, you need to do insert at least 3 documents, and then when you do that, you can just click forward, and then I'll see the documents. You can do more than 3, and I would actually encourage it because while you have the documents from this class, because we've done letters, we've done we did the effective email assignment, we did written instructions, good and bad written instructions, a summary assignment, and so on. So you can post those and put those into, the portfolio. So just wanted to mention that. The only assignments due for Friday, April 12th is a 50-point quiz. You can open up the assignment and work on it at your leisure. It's not timed or anything. You can use open books or open notes. If you have access to your MyTech Lab and can get to the ebook, it's easier to do it that way. You can search and find the information. And even if you wanted to, I would have no objections to this, where you could just copy and paste key information and put it into the quiz. So it's up to you, but that's due by Friday, April 12th at midnight. And with those, they have to be in on that time. You have ample time to get these done, so it doesn't matter if your computer doesn't work, or if you have a trial version of Microsoft Word, or something significant happened to you at work or whatnot. With those, there's no flexibility at all with them. They have to be in on the time that they're due, or of course beforehand. For the next week, there is a discussion board to do. You have to do the first posting by the 17th, and then you have to respond to another student by Friday the 19th. And with that one, it has to do with M Global, and then putting out guidelines for employees to follow with different documents that they write. So that's basically what that is. Also wanted to go on to the next week, which is the week of the 22nd. There's no work that's actually due for that week, so that's a week to work on your consumer report or whatnot. Did want to mention is if you do complete your consumer report on or before Friday, April 19th, you'll get an additional 20 bonus points on it. And if you complete it on or before Friday, April 26th, you'll get an additional 10 bonus points for it. For that last week, which is the April 29th, the consumer report is actually due by midnight on Friday, May 3rd. And then the last discussion board, which is a review of your consumer report, you have to do that by Friday, May 3rd. But if you get done with these sooner, that would be to your advantage and mine. So just wanted to mention that. So that's what we have. I mean, it's not an overwhelming amount of work in the months of April and May. And that's intentional. My strategy for this class is we do more of the work earlier in the semester, and then as we get towards the end of the semester, we're sort of tying up and finishing off any loose ends. So we're in pretty good shape overall. And, I had mentioned this to you before, but I will mention this to you again. I am on www.linkedin.com. And if you want to get linked together through that website, that would be to your advantage and mine. And then, as you go through your career, I can follow what you're doing. But one of the biggest advantages, if you want me to give you a letter of recommendation or write a recommendation, I can do one in 1 or 2 paragraphs on there, and it's visible. And so Many companies these days use LinkedIn to post jobs, and then they also look at the profile. I would strongly encourage you to develop your profile on LinkedIn. You can post your resume, you can put some sample documents in there. You can you can write about some of the experiences you've had in college and whatnot. But it's very well done. LinkedIn has replaced Monster.com. That used to be one of the most popular sites for jobs and so on. It's still used, but LinkedIn is far more popular overall. The only other item that I wanted to mention to you today, especially as you get closer to graduation and then as you start to apply for jobs, first of all, have sort of a generic answering message on your cell phone. Whatever you do, do not use anything risque or sexually explicit or that has swear words on it or whatnot. Sherry Knoll told our class last year that a student that she knew of applied for a position at Frick Hospital in medical records, and then when Human Resources called her to come in, she had the interview to fill out some paperwork. Her phone greeting was really outrageous, and so they decided not to hire her. So keep that in mind. Obviously, try to use your college email, whether you're at WCCC or at another school. If you do use a Gmail, a Yahoo account, or one of those, I strongly would encourage you to just to use a sort of a general Yahoo one. Like my Zoom Internet one is Michael J.H. at zoominternet.net. Whatever you do, don't use the ones like Sexy Babe at yahoo.com. I had this person that was like Reefer Toker at the AOL.com. You don't really want to do those. You want to have something more general like that. And, whatever you do, be very, very cautious as far as what you have on your social media, on Facebook or whatnot, because it can come back to cause you problems. I teach a criminal justice writing course at WCCC, and a number of students that I've had in class now or in the past, they get jobs like with the state police or, the FBI. Those who get a bachelor's degree do. The Justice Department, or the Liquor Control Board in Pennsylvania. And they will look into the person's social media, and sometimes they'll just tell the person, log into your Facebook account. So try to have pictures of yourself, but portray yourself in a very positive light. Just the last point that I wanted to mention is maybe it was 5 or 6 years ago or so. There was a student teacher, who was attending Millersville State University, which is in Lancaster. And what she did was that she went to a Halloween party, and she posted a number of pictures of herself as the Wicked Witch of the West. But she also had a number of drinks, and so she was intoxicated. And so apparently some students at the school where she was a student teacher saw her, and they had mentioned it, and I guess administration had caught wind of it. And then also the professors at Millersville State University did. And this is what happened to her, unfortunately. She ended up, she could no longer be a teacher in the state of Pennsylvania. She was able to graduate from Millersville State University with a general liberal arts kind of major, but she's no longer able to be a teacher. And their point was that you're a role model, and they can discriminate in that way. And she filed a lawsuit, and she lost. So just be very, very cautious as far as how you portray yourself. And then, when you're hired professionally, you want to try to be careful about the types of pictures and so on, that you post. So that would be about it. But as I said, is if you need a reference, a recommendation, letter of recommendation, and so on, I would do that for you. And the easier way for me and a better way for you is for us to get connected through LinkedIn. So that is it. I just wanted to give you a quick overview for today. Thanks, and have a good month of April.